Live with the Coach Prime and players interview today. Let's get into it. It's TMR Live.
Statements from Dom's mom, which I've gotten close to. Wonderful person, father, family, sisters, brothers, unbelievable. Legacy should be to encourage kids to make responsible choices and have hard conversations. Different conversation is easier than a lifetime of loss. Reminder to everybody, don't drink and drive. Don't be afraid to take the keys. We want our players to have tools to make good choices in tough moments. We continue to support Dom's family and all those that were affected around the student body around the country. Uh, God bless all the different teams in the Big 12 that sent different things, boards that the whole team signed it. Unbelievable to all the coaches out there. It was unbelievable. Continue to support Dom's family and all those affected. Also review how we can support the players' education, mental health, and life decisions off the field. Academic honors, Luke Whitening, overall CU Student Athlete of the Month for April. We had 23 players on the academic all Big 12 team and 40 earned academic all Colorado honors, which I am thrilled and elated about. The last 6 semesters since we've been here, we've had over a 2.95 times and only 5 occurrences over a 2.9 on the record dating back since 1996. Zach, Yo-Yo, Ben, Gage, Salter, DT, Hakeem Williams all appeared on both academic teams. I think we honored, how many players was that this morning? 33 players in front of the whole team. It was over 3.0, and some of the others were awarded academically, which was unbelievable. Incoming roster, I'm just making a note of this for a later point. We have 59 newcomers this spring, not counting 2 high school signees that will join us this summer. That means 59 young men desire to be a part of this team, this university, this wonderful place in Boulder, Colorado, that may have had this pleasure, may have gotten a greater opportunity, may have seen that the grass is greener from some other school that they left. Black and Gold Day transforming the tradition spring game into a full multi-day community-focused football weekend, youth and girls and girls flag football showcase on Friday. Colorado Coaches Summit on Friday for most high school coaches here. Junior Buff Spirit Clinic and Field Day for younger fans. After the spring game, we will have post-game Meet the Buffs on the field for autographs and photos from the players as well. Winter sports skiing finished second. Love my skiers. I wish I could do it. I'm only 8 toes down. No. Men hoops played in the Crown basketball tournament, almost beat Oklahoma. Women's hoops played the NCAA tournament for the 4th time in the last 5 years. Track hosted home meet this past weekend, and several Buffs have put up a school record and top 10 marks this season. Men's golf and women's golf are both competing for the final regular season meets and will begin postseason play with Big 12 championships in late April. Tennis closes out. Love my tennis girls. Tennis closes out the regular season this week at home Thursday and Saturday. Lacrosse is 7-3 right now, hosting Cincinnati on Saturday, and then have senior day on April 25th. You know, some of our past players have been commenting on us, which is cool with me. Um, we're not going to be provoked to comment back or to say anything ignorantly back. I wish those guys the best. One thing that I could comfortably say, some people came here that you didn't know of, and when they left, they had a name. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that they were able to earn more than they earned here that could help their friends, family, as well as loved ones, and can help themselves. So I'm happy with that. We're still in good relationship with quite a few, but you got to understand some young men play the victim, and that's not the case. We try to treat everybody here with utmost respect and professionalism, and I hope we've done just that, as well as treating you the same way. But we will not engage in back and forth with any former players, and our aim is just to really please, support, encourage, motivate, and really prepare our men that we have on campus for the next phases of their life. Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Good to see you. Hope you're well.
Amen.
Now that we're 13 spring practices in, what have been some of the constant things that you've been pleased with, and maybe some things that need to get fixed as you guys move?
One thing at a time. Both coordinators are exemplary. I mean, these guys are good. They're pushing the envelope. What they're doing creatively, what they're doing structurally, I like it. I like it. And what we have special teams is a team effort. We have some really good coaches that you guys may not know that all of them may have had a stint somewhere, whether high school and college, in assisting, especially with all the support staff on special teams. So we have a team effort, offensively and defensively in certain special teams. Kickoff return may be an offensive thing that the offense may handle, as well as punt. Punt return as well as kickoff may be a defensive thing that the defense will handle, and you guys understand field goal and extra point. So I like the collectiveness of it. I like the understanding of expertise that we have from the whole staff, and it's a full staff buy-in. So it's not going to be blame on one guy that sits there that has to utilize the rest of the staff to support his special teams. That's a full-fledged buy-in, and I like the way we're handling it. Next question.
Hey, Coach Louis Barrow with BuffStampede.com.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you. For Saturday's spring game, I know there's been some injuries, but I was wondering if you had a format idea or a structure of how that was going to
We're
run.
going to do it like we've been doing it. Probably going to be at the hour. We're going to do the best that we can. We have picked teams and split teams up early in the spring. We may coincide with that so you could see teams, so you don't start guessing and thinking. I'm trying to prepare you now. So if this team wins the toss, this quarterback is going out first. So don't say, oh, he's the starter. Like it's teams. We have teams. So that's how it's going to be. And they did a good job of picking their talent. All the different leaders from each team, they did a great job of picking talent. They had a whole draft, and it was intriguing.
And secondly, I know Pro Day was last week. I just want to know if you want to comment on your players and what you thought of the event.
I'm happy, elated. I got an opportunity to talk to the scouts beforehand, and they asked me about a plethora of players, including the upcoming players that could possibly be coming out this year. And it was good. I like what many of the guys did. Many of them came back in phenomenal shape. I wish they'd have been in that type of shape when they played here, but they came back in phenomenal shape. I don't understand that. Like, you got a whole season to work out in the train, then you go somewhere for 2 months, and you give it your all. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand that. Like, you should have gave it all for that stuff that's on the film. You got 12 games on the darn film. That's when you give it your all. But God bless them. We'll learn. We'll learn from it. Jack, my man, I'm waiting on you, baby. I'm waiting on you. Okay, next guy. Sorry. Brian, go on.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. I have a couple questions for you.
Mhm.
Now that you're in year 4, you've seen what this looks like when it's really good. And you've seen, like, last year, the team wasn't
Yeah.
as good. How do you assess this spring? Like, when you're seeing, like, how does it compare to what you've seen the last few years?
You hate to kind of compare. You hate that, but Help me with this, Lord. I'm trying to say this in a real polite manner. I think we gotten better everywhere, starting with me, in understanding what to go get, what we have, how to mature it, how to develop it, as well as the staff that we have. I think it's tremendous. I think you guys are really sleeping on the staff and what they bring to the table, the different components of it, and especially all the new guys that we brought in. And you have 2 new coordinators that have a track record of really doing well. And I'm happy with what I'm seeing from the young men that we've chosen, from the staff, from the support staff, from everything all the way around. I am elated. I don't want to clap with my feet just yet, but I feel really good about what's going on. When we letting them in? Thursday? Thursday. So you guys get a shot if you're available on Thursdays to see what's going on.
Second question for you is the last few years, obviously there's been a spring portal
Mhm.
period. And you guys have added a lot of players after that,
Right.
after that portal period. This year, you don't have that. Is there
Thank
good
God
or
you don't
bad
have
to
that.
that?
Thank God you don't have that, because now you really know the hand that you're dealt. We have a couple high school players. I think we got a couple guys coming in from junior college as well. But you know basically what you're dealing with and how to develop it right now and over the summer. So I love the new rulings from the NCAA. I just hope we stabilize it and keep it that way in this format. I like it. I think many coaches do, because you know what you have. And I like that. I like to know what we're going to be playing with.
Ryland Scholes from Ralph Report. Got a couple of questions for you. First one is, it's been about 4 months having Fernando around as the
Right.
new athletic director. Kind of in that time, how has your relationship with him evolved and grown?
I think he's a great guy. I think filling those multicolored shoes that Rook left is tremendous. But he's doing a good job, and they're working together cohesively, which is very important and very vital to me. But we've had a multitude of candid conversations, and he's doing his thing. He's showing his face. Everybody's getting to know him. I mean, all the different head coaches, as well as the players from all the different teams, and he's doing a good job of blending and understanding how things are done here. He's doing a great job to me.
And then second question is just on the offensive side of the ball specifically. I know there's been a lot of coaching changes, both sides of the ball, but watching Coach Marion come in and kind of install his new scheme and his new offense, what has that been like for you to witness?
Well, you got to be excited about it. The main thing you got to be excited about is the production that he's had in college football. He's averaged well over 30 points a game, and that's the threshold that you all know that we want. When we scored 30 points a game, we were pretty successful. But just his personality, as well as Marv, their personalities and their relational, they're so relational and transparent to the players that it gives the players a certain peace about themselves, and they're in their offices at all times. They're always movement and players coming and going. And I like it because they're straight up. I don't have to do the yelling. I don't have to do all the yelling. Like they're handling things the way they're capable of handling things, and I like what I see. I really, really adore these 2 coordinators, as well as the staff.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
Gazette. A couple questions for you. First one, broad one.
Who's
Yes.
that?
Big pardon?
You said first one. What was the next? I didn't
First
hear.
one, though, a broader question.
Oh, broader.
Has building this program been harder than you expected?
I'm not going to say that. We made some tremendous mistakes at certain positions that derailed us a year ago. The first couple years we had stability at those positions that highlighted us. So we learned quite a bit of not just talent, but understanding mentality. And mentality is something that we targeted. It's something that we sat down and interviewed and made sure not only the young men, but the parents had that type of mentality because the parents play a tremendous role in these young men's lives.
Second one, you mentioned your satisfaction or appreciation or whatever the right word is for young men finding better opportunities for
Mhm.
themselves and going elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance that with the challenge of building what you're trying to build?
Oh, if someone is satisfied and didn't want to be here, do you really want them? You don't want them here. But I'm happy as a man, African American man, that these guys, white and black, are moving on to greener pastures, so to speak. You hope. Um, some of the young men I talk to frequently, some we don't. But I'm happy for all of them for a multitude of reasons that I always want progression, no matter what. I want you to progress and to have that pie in the sky, if that's what you think it is. I want you to have that opportunity so you don't place blame on anyone. And I like that. But I love also the multitude of men that we had coming in that had to have this pleasure somewhere else that wanted that same opportunity here. I'm really elated about that. So everybody's dealing with the same thing. Some people may have more money to go shopping than others, but I'm happy about it. I, I I really am. You got to understand, some of these kids you didn't know till they came here. They came here, stabilized themselves, made a name, and they moved on. And they did their thing. How can I be upset with that? I'm not upset with that. I'm happy. That's the American dream, isn't it? That's what that's what y'all do. Yeah, but you got to be built for that. That's part of the deal. It's part of the plan. You're not gonna they keep a young man for 4 years now. Just watch the draft. I think every quarterback in the darn draft, didn't they transfer? like, like, like that's where we are now in college football. I can't be upset about that. It is what it is. We just got to make the best of what the hand that we're dealt. And I like it. I like the hand that we're dealt. I can't be upset with that. Like when we get our butts kicked, we did that. We made those mistakes. We did that. That ain't y'all. That's us. We got to right our wrongs and prayerfully don't make them again. My man,
How's it going, Coach? Jack Carlo.
Jay,
See, how you doing, Coach?
good. Moving on up like the Jeffersons.
So,
They even putting your picture up there now, right? When you,
on the 24th.
yeah, they got your picture.
We're
Okay,
getting there. We're getting
there you go.
Want to ask about the 59 newcomers
Mhm.
and particularly the incoming transfers. Just curious if you've noticed maybe some shared characteristics that have kind of emerged. throughout the
Yeah,
spring camp.
yeah. How many? I should have the stat, and I apologize. How many of these guys were captains? I think we have. I think it's 15, 12 to 15. Excuse me. It's double digits of guys that were captains on their respective teams. That shows leadership. That shows that we chose some guys that are used to being in front, and we have some young guys, especially some young corners, that came from winning programs. Like they were winners, so they've experienced the understanding of winning, and we like that characteristic inside the locker room. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Coach, how you feeling?
What's going on, boss?
Not too much. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I
Man,
wanted.
you've been sitting over there the whole time, and I'm talking about you.
He just walked.
Oh my God, did I talk about him badly? I'm glad, because I didn't even see it. I don't even look at the room. I look at right here. I'm sorry. That's our wonderful AD that I just got finished saying some horrible things about, and I apologize. Let's go.
Coach, I just wanted to ask you about Boo Carter. I know that's somebody that like you've known him and his family
Yeah.
a long while now. Now
Yeah.
that he's kind of here in the building, what's it just been like being around? and
I
coaching
like
him?
Boo. We had a candid conversation on the field last week about playing multiple positions. Boo is arguably the best athlete on the team, as well as he could play safety, he could play corner as slot, return kicks as well, and do multiple things. I put him on the corner the last 2 weeks because I want to see him do his thing.
Like outside corner.
Yeah, it ain't but one corner. It's just only an outside corner, isn't it? I
Some
never
people
seen
say like slot.
slot. I'd have said slot. I'm sorry, but on the outside corner, and which is no such thing, but I wanted to see him play there because in history, I don't see them say at slot chosen in the first round. This such and such. Yeah, I don't see that. So I want him to have a chance to exhaust himself, not only at the corner position, the slot position, as well as safety. He can do many things, and I want him to do all those things that he's capable of doing, so that his draft wealth accelerates. He's that kind of kid.
And then I'm not trying to get you to talk about another program, but
Mhm.
just talking about him specifically, like how much do you think a guy like that can just benefit from just like a new environment, a place that he like feels loved?
He chose to come here for a reason, and we're happy with his choices. We're happy with him being here, and we're going to take full advantage of that and prepare him to be the best that he could possibly be. That was so polite, wasn't it? God, that was polite.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham, Associate
Pat,
Press.
what's up, my man?
How you doing?
Good.
I think next week is a year since you were diagnosed with cancer.
Mm.
And I guess my question is, how does that maybe change the way you view things on the field and in life?
Tremendously. It's not like I'm gonna bake a cake and celebrate that mess, but I thank you for reminding me as well. I'm happy, man. It did change my outlook on certain things in life. I believe I enjoy life more. I believe I try my best to experience more things. I try my best to really be the greatest father that ever walked with 8 toes. My kids are everything to me. You think you all know that. And I try my best to give them the type of attention and time and affection, protection and correction that they may need and want. What's today? Tuesday? Isn't the portal open for the girls? Today? That's right. Yeah, my baby girl is gonna be close to me. So I'm happy that she's gonna spend her last year basketball in the state of Colorado somewhere, and I'm elated about that. I'm gonna take her to her school probably Thursday. I think I'm going. We're driving down to go check out the campus and the head coach and everything. She made a tremendous decision. I'm proud of her.
Chris Tavares, 9 News.
9 News.
With spring game.
Oh, Lord Jesus. 9 News. Is that the channel where the brother that does the? Is that the brother that does the weather?
Yes.
9, right? Yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah, the brother that does the weather.
Yep.
Like they got multiple. Oh Lord, thank you, Lord. That's good. Y'all got multiple black folks in there. Y'all know better. You got one.
Jaden's good people.
Yeah, I hope so.
With the spring game wrapping up spring and
Yes,
kind of
sir.
your hands-on dealing with the team,
Yes,
what do
sir.
you want to see from them heading into summer as they start to get?
I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I want them to play hard. I don't want to sustain any injuries. We got a whole Soul Train line of guys over there working out, doing practice because I got to see them from now on. They don't get to go inside and work out. They have to work out so we can see them, and it's a bunch of them. So we want to try to eliminate injuries because we know we have some guys coming back off injuries in the summer that's going to help this program tremendously. But I just want to see them compete. I want to see the coaches make certain calls. I want to see how we do special teams wise to make sure we have the correct personnel chosen. Just want to see some guys really fight, man, fight for what they want in life, and that's to go to the next level. But it all starts here. I want to see that, and hope we get a phenomenal turnout by our wonderful fans. We have so the best fan base I think in college football. I really do, and these young men and women on this campus, they usually show up and show out. So I look forward to that as well. 9 News.
Hey, Coach Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. I want to ask about Juju. Obviously, him stepping into a bigger role as a leader this year. I know learning and a new offense in the winter is challenging for him. Just curious how you've seen him grow both on and off the field this year.
Well, I like. Let's focus on the game. It's hard to lead. Your game has to help you lead. You can't. In football, I'm not talking about Juju. I'm just breaking this down for you so you understand, because you guys throw leadership roles on certain people that the game has to come before the leadership role. You can't lead in this generation, especially with new guys coming in, the multitude that we have, unless you have game. And his game is developing daily, and I'm proud of the strides that he's making in both, as a potential leader as well as a quarterback that we can really count on from start to finish. I'm proud of the young man.
Hey, Coach, just as a follow-up to that, when you
I like the
recruited-
look, man. I like the look. You just got to get you a pair of shades and you got it.
doing my best. with
There you
Prime,
go.
is that what you're
There you
saying?
go.
Yeah. Okay. Just as a follow-up to that, you talk about Juju and growing into that leadership role, but you recruited Isaac, right? And that's
Yeah.
a football pedigree.
Isaac could play, man.
And that's what I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
he
is
can play.
I was wondering if in your
Isaac
mind,
is applying pressure, man. But that's what you want. You want every position to have pressure applied. Like you want those battles. We got a 3-man fighting linebacker right now. These guys are really, really good, man. Like all 3 of those guys, they're pros to me. And whoever's that 4th guy, he's gonna have to come with it, because it's a little gap right there. Because those 3 are phenomenal. The pass rushers on the outside, shoot, it's got to be 5 or 6 of those guys that could get home. We need a little more productivity from the bigs on the inside, but overall, and the safeties, physical, could go get it. They can make the tackles as well as make plays on the ball. I like that. My corner's got to step it up a little bit, but I love three of them right now. I want to love the rest of them the same way.
understood.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify, it's an open competition for the quarterback.
It's open competition for every position.
Gotcha.
I don't think we're sitting here saying, like I did once upon a time, 2 guys are starting. Okay. I think that's the only time I've ever said that 2 guys are starting. We know who those 2 were. It's not like that. It's not like that right now. Everybody is earning everything they get, including their money.
I also wanted to ask you about the calendar, because
Mhm.
there's been a lot of discussion about the college football calendar changing in the years to come. And you've obviously been outspoken and wanting potentially another team to scrimmage against in the spring and things
Yeah.
like that.
I think it's just only right.
Right. Another team to scrimmage against in the spring and things
Yeah.
like that.
I think it's just only right.
Right. And so my question to you is, there's been some discussion of potentially shifting the college model to more of a pro system where you have summer OTAs as opposed to maybe spring ball. Would you prefer that? Would that be a change you would want to see?
What are we going to do in the spring?
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
you
we gotta
probably
do-
have more
yeah.
winter conditioning and probably be more
Well,
extended.
you got to do something in the spring. I don't know about summer scrimmaging and all that. I don't know about that. I would rather, you do it in the spring. So if you incur injuries, there's time to heal. I really would love to scrimmage a team. I think every other sport gets that opportunity. Isn't that right, sir?
Like an exhibition?
Yeah, I think every other sport gets that. I don't know why we don't. And the problem is, Fran and I made a mistake. We shouldn't have been the first ones to really challenge that. We should have, should let somebody else come up with it. Then it probably would have gone forth by now. But I just think it's only right. I would like to go down the street and play a home and away against Colorado State. I think it's only right.
Like an exhibition?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a beautiful thing. We're gonna sell a stadium out. We're gonna sell their stadium out, and it's a 2-year deal. We go home and away. It's I think it's appropriate, and I think you guys get a lot of it. And we want to measure ourselves against not just ourselves, against someone else. Like if the offense is doing well, what does that say about the defense, and vice versa? We want to really measure ourselves against another worthy opponent that don't know us like they do. You don't even have to let us play a game. Can we practice against? Just let us practice against them a couple of days, and I think we'll be satisfied.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank you, my man.
Your coach, Jake Schwanitz from DMVR.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you about the cornerbacks. You spoke about, you wanting guys to make a play as opposed to not getting beat. Just
Right.
what have you seen from them so far? And Crease
I'm not going to say they're getting beat. I just want them to make more plays. That's, I think, every coach's dream for their cornerback room. We have guys that have the length, have the size, have the speed, have the knowledge and understanding of the game. Also, we have some young ones that are really coming on strong, and they're going to really be good if we could keep them here for 2 or 3 years. But that position, the expectation of that position for me is mighty and it's lofty. Based on what we've had in previous years, we've had some pretty good cornerbacks under my tenure, and we want to continue. So I think we picked the right guys. We just got to get them going in certain aspects of the game. They got to want it. They got to compete, and they got to go get that ball, man. They got to go get that ball. That's what it's all about.
Crease just made a lot of plays, it seems. So far.
Cree is that guy. He's the number one guy right now. It ain't he is that guy. Studies, he prepares, but he's just a good young man. He's what this program is about, and I love what I'm seeing from him.
Luke Evans, Denver Post. Just wanted to ask you a little bit on Robert Livingston. You
Mhm.
know what it takes
Yeah.
to coach the best of the best secondary in
He's
the
good.
NFL.
He's really good. He's personable, relatable, knows his stuff. I know he's not in the DC position, but his additives that he's going to give in the internal meetings is going to be really suffice. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. And I'm glad that have had the opportunity to be beside him, to call him my friend. He's a wonderful father as well as husband. I love everything about him, and I'm glad he had the opportunity to elevate. I truly am. That's what it's all about.
Why do you think Vance and that staff, knowing how good that secondary is, would have highlighted him and keyed in on
Say that
him?
again.
Why do you think Vance, Joseph, the rest of that staff, knowing how good that secondary is, would have highlighted him specifically? What do you think he can bring?
Well,
out of
I feel like they've had a prior relationship, and I feel like he knows inside what he's done with this program. Sometimes we get caught up in numbers and statistics and not understanding personnel and knowledge and what he brought to this program. He brought a lot, and I'm tremendously glad he, as well as others, were elevated and got to the next level.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Carlo. See you Thursday. Thursday, what we got Thursday?
Open practice.
Oh. Hey, what we doing? We got Wednesday.
Jack, you were excited to talk to him. So you can start. Demetrius, first spring in Boulder, just 13 practices down now. Just what have been some of your biggest takeaways first couple months in Boulder?
I'll say, we talking about the city of the town of Boulder. I just love how peaceful it is. I've been able to be at one with myself, take my game to the next level, be less distracted, and just learn from a lot of great NFL coaches.
Demetrius, when they recruited you here, what was it that they told you they liked about your game?
They like that. I like to maul people in the run game, and in the past game, like I said, I only gave up 2 sacks in the last 1,700 or so snaps. So, just that's the biggest thing. Like me coming off the ball in the run game.
This is a very unique position you have because there's not a ton of offensive line rooms in the country that actually have 3 offensive line coaches and then I guess 1 main floater like that. What's it like playing for those guys? I mean, there's a lot of experienced guys right there.
I mean, I just had to just throw it out there. Coach Drake, I mean, he played for the Cowboys at my position at a high level, Pro Bowl center. So really just learn from him. Like, that's really like the best thing I could do to really take my game to the next level. So he's really taking my game to the next level.
Demetrius, you talk about taking it to the next level. I'm assuming that means NFL aspirations. How do you feel you can kind of develop, yourself within this last year of eligibility at Colorado?
Just like, just knowing that it's my last year, like I just have a different mindset and just a different motive. I know that it's after this, that's it. After the last game, the last snap, there's no more opportunities after that. So my mindset coming into this season is just totally different. Like it's way more focused, it's way more steadfast, and I'm just ready.
Hey, Demetrius, Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. I have a couple questions for you, but being the center, obviously, you're vocal a lot in your position. How important has that been for you, just being that veteran and knowing what you're doing to kind of leading that offensive line?
Well, first off, I just want to build trust with the guys. Like I don't want to come in, just being this guy that's just trying to police a whole bunch of guys that I didn't know. So I try to gain that trust off the field, or, just build a bond with the guys. So when you get into the heat of the battle, and I gotta like get a little stiff and talk, they'll allow me to help them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just about trust and just building that relationship as an O-line.
I want to ask you because you faced this team last year. I had to go against them for a whole game, and now that you're going against them in the spring, I know it's very different guys. What are you seeing different out of the group that you're going against now as opposed to during the game last year?
I say this group, we got like a lot of talent, man. I love what we've been accomplishing. Run game is looking amazing. I know that last year Colorado was really known more for pass game, but I think we're gonna be way more balanced this year. Got some weapons at receiver, weapons at running back. So I mean, I just really feel like we can't be stopped.
Hey, Demetrius, Pagram Associated Press. What are your early impressions of the go-go offense, and how can this make things different?
Really, like no team. If any team that's not in condition, they're not gonna be able to mess with us. Like we just in so much condition, we run so much. The offense is such a high pace. You have to be on your skis, like if you want to be able to keep up with us. So I say the go-go offense, and you also have like a lot of misdirection, multiple guys in the backfield that can, mess up a lot of defensive schemes.
Demetrius, obviously, as an offensive line, you need good synergy, a lot of new pieces in that room. How is that process coming together of you guys getting to know each other on the field and off the field?
It's just going to work every day, being with each other every day, messing up together, doing great things together. And like I said, off the field bond is really the main thing when it comes to O-line because, we're all in one in this position. If one person mess up, they're going to look at the whole O-line. If the game's going wrong, they're going to look at the O-line. So it's really more of a brotherhood, just a band of brothers playing all as one.
Dimitri, you just described the go-go offense. From your perspective, kind of what is the center's role in that offense? I'm not sure kind of what the checks are like at the line and kind of what Coach Marion sees out of your position. Just kind of what has that been like working with him this offseason?
I'll say since we got some younger quarterbacks, I've been doing my best job to, when the picture changes, helping them out, switching protections, making my calls loud and clear so everybody can hear me, the running backs. When we're in 6-man pro, they know who to pick up, who not to get. And like I said, it's really about just being vocal and making a call right or wrong, just sticking to the same page. Everybody on the same page, right or wrong, we'll be all right.
What's going on, Demetrius? You're a veteran guy who's played a lot of football, started a lot of games. Like, how much do you think you can and want to be just like an asset for the quarterback room? Like, obviously, Juju's a young guy, a true freshman. Isaac hasn't played a ton of football, but what kind of asset do you want to and can be for those quarterbacks?
As a center, I just have to be that rock, that glue in the middle. I mean, I have to be the person that keeps everybody together. When stuff goes bad, I got to be the guy that picks the offense up, and I can't slack. I can't lack in nothing that I do. I got to always be on point because, as a center, the people going to look at you as a leader. So I just try to emulate, great centers that I've learned from in the past and, just try to take different things from them and try to emulate to my game.
Hey, Demetrius, you mentioned that backfield and how good that's looked so far. Is there any one guy in particular that you formed a unique relationship with or that has stood out primarily to you?
I love all the guys in the backfield. I feel like you can put any one of those guys in the game and we're going to be successful. They all have strengths that they're good at. They all are good at different things. So I feel like anyone you put in there, I'm really cool with all of them.
And what have you seen out of them that gives you that confidence that they're going to be so much more of a factor this season?
No, they're not scared of contact. I'll say like they're not scared to run through your face. They're gonna put their shoulder down when contact is imminent. So that's good when you have a back. You on the run goal line. You know you need that extra yard. You know you got a running back that's gonna put his shoulders down and just run through a defender. So that's a really good thing.
Hey, Demetrius, Jake Schwanitz from DMVR. We've just heard a lot about Chauncey Gooden and how far he's come this offseason. Just what have you seen from him so far?
Just greatness. He's a young cat, but he's very aggressive. One thing you never have to worry about Chauncey is his physicality. In our combos, I really don't have to do much because he is such a big force. So all I do is just hand him over and climb to the next level. So Chauncey has really came along. He's really got great conditioning. He's real strong. He's the main thing I love about Chauncey. He's just hungry. He's just ready to dominate.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, you ready?
How y'all doing?
Scott, you want to start?
What's going on, bro?
It's good.
Scott Proctor at DMVR. How would you just describe your game and kind of what you do best out there on the football field?
I feel like my effort is everything. It's about how hard I go, and I go out there and I play with a lot of passion. So I feel like that's the biggest thing when it comes to my game, my effort.
So I wanted to ask, why did you want to come to Colorado? And I guess what have been your impressions being here?
Opportunity. Always, life is about opportunities, and I feel like it's a great opportunity here to play in front of a big stage and play good competition in the Big 12 and all that. So the opportunity was the biggest thing for me.
Just talk about the competition in your position room right now. I mean, it's pretty much a brand new slate here. So is that exciting? Because it seems like you got a great opportunity as good as everybody else to make a good first impression.
Yeah, it's always exciting to have competition because iron sharpens iron. So we all go hard every day. We constantly hold each other accountable. So that's the biggest thing. So if I'm holding my brother accountable, he holds me accountable. We're only going to get better. So I like the competition that we have in our room.
What about the coaching?
The coaching is great. Hilo is great. Mar is great. Like our defensive staff is great. Hilo, like he does a lot of things with a lot of passion. I don't know if you guys are watching the clips and all that. Like he's always running to the ball right along with us. He talks loud, talks loud, carry big stick. But he really he has a lot of passion when it comes down to it. And I got a lot of love for them. So.
How's the chemistry been like within that defensive line so far this spring?
It's been good. Everything is a growing process. We're all new. This is a brand new environment for all of us. I'm from the East Coast. We got people from down south. We got people from everywhere. But outside of here and in here, we all mesh well. I feel like for the most part, everybody gets along. There's no hating when it comes to anything. Everybody just sees an opportunity. Everybody's just working towards the same goal to bring the whole room up.
Hey, Sama, Jake Schwanitz from DMVR. Just curious what those battles have been like against the O-line and who have you enjoyed going up against the most so far?
The battle's been good. Like I said, everybody's new. So, there's a rotation on both sides of the ball. One day I might be going against one person, next day I'm going against somebody else, and everybody works their tails off when it comes down to it. So, I've had a good time going against everybody and understanding, different players have different play schemes, or different play styles, so you can't play everybody the same, so.
Hey, Salma, just wanted to know what your impression's been of Coach Prime and playing under him for this spring.
Coach Prime is Coach Prime. That's a big personality right there. So, being able to come in here and play under one of the best corners of all time is a great feeling. And the way he carries himself and the confidence that he constantly carries himself, it emulates throughout the whole team. So, for me, I feel like I can play with a lot of confidence and I understand myself and I'm secure in myself. So, seeing him portray that on a bunch of us, we're all young men growing up in this society, it allows us to all bring out and try to play to the best of our abilities.
I saw from Temple to the JUCO ranks to Albany to here. What kept you going throughout that entire journey? And now that you're here at the Power 4 level, what does it feel like to have this opportunity?
Chasing opportunities kept me going, understanding, I've had my ups and downs, and I'm forever grateful for the ups and the downs because they molded me into the man I am today. Without those things, I don't think I'd be here. So, going into all those different levels, gave me a different perspective on the football level from going down to JUCO, playing the G5, playing at the FCS level, now playing at the P4. You see different things, but then it's all the same at the same time, and it allows me to just keep going.
Last one, Leo. Yeah, looking at the offensive line room, who have been kind of the guys you've been noticing while you've been competing against, and like maybe players who've stood out in the tackle position?
Well, I'll speak on the tackles because I play on the edge a lot. Like I feel like Leon, he's a big frame and he plays really well. Like he plays within his frame really well. He has long arms, so like he's a good player that I like going against.
Anything else for someone? Scott, one more. Just how similar or different is kind of your role as an edge in, Chris Marv's defense as opposed to kind of what you were doing, at Albany?
Wait, could you repeat that?
Just how similar or different do you feel like your role is as an edge defender in Chris Marv's defense as opposed to at Albany?
I feel like as an edge defender, like you always play a big role within the defense. It's always like playing to your role and understanding like your assignment, but then also being fast and physical and playing with a lot of effort. So like it's similar. Like as I said, like I just got to keep going. Every time I get out there, I just got to keep going and just keep making my presence known. And the more I do it and I do the mundane things right, it just allows my role to get bigger every day.
Sure. And then one other thing, like playing the edge, like a lot of people just look at the sacks numbers, right, for like edge players, when obviously like playing the run is obviously a big part of what you guys do as well. How do you kind of just balance, wanting the sack production, but also making sure you stay, strong against the run?
I feel like if you chase the production, you won't get the production. You got to play within the schemes because at the end of the day, coaches are here to call the plays, and us as players, we're here to make the plays. So as long as you buy in fully, and I feel like that's what I try to do, is buy into whatever scheme they put out in front of me. I just do it to the best of my ability, and the plays will come.
Appreciate it, bro. Sam, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico,
Yes,
it's
sir.
morning run. Let's go ahead and recap what we just saw right there. Shout out to the runners checking in. Let us know where y'all checking in from. Y'all know what it is. Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely, TMR live. Let's go. Big Unc, what's happening?
Chico. Chico, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you like football?
Love football. Well,
Do
let me just
you
answer your
like
question.
football?
Yes, I do.
If you like football, Chico, how do you not like those 2-3 press conferences right there? That was football.
I have no idea. I thought you was about to say, if you like football, raise your hand or put your hands in the air or something. So I was ready for that. But yes, love football.
If you
And that
love
was
football,
great
you had to love
football.
those presses.
Yes, indeed.
That was football, 3 in a row.
Coach
And you know
Prime
what I
gave
also
us some
love about
gems.
Chico?
What's that?
If you listen to Coach Prime's presser and you watch the morning run the past couple weeks, same sheet of music we've been trying to tell you. We've been trying to tell you, Chico.
You ain't lying
We've
about
been
that.
trying to tell you. You heard it. You heard it from the man himself, what you heard before.
Yep. And
From the
I have
coordinators, from the people that are standing out, from the leadership, from the people who left, to the people who came in. We told you.
Yes, indeed. He spoke about the people who left and how he's not gonna be talking about the other. You know what I mean? Just engage in that. Let's go to the clip. Let Coach Prime say what he said.
As players have been commenting on us, which is cool with me. We're not going to be provoked to comment back or to say anything ignorantly back. I wish those guys the best. One thing that I could comfortably say, some people came here that you didn't know of, and when they left, they had a name. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that they were able to earn more than they earned here that could help their friends, family, as well as loved ones, and can help themselves. So I'm happy with that. We're still in good relationship with quite a few, but you got to understand some young men play the victim. And
What you think about those comments?
Love them. One thing I want to add on to that, underscore, 100% of the people who departed for more money. Say
That
it
says
again
a
to you,
lot.
Chico, for the people in the back. Let me say it to the people in the back. Scotty in the back, Jake in the back. 100% of the people who left for more money. So stop making it be about something that it ain't. And the reason they were able to get more money is Coach Prime said, you never heard them before, but when they got here, their value went up.
Yeah.
And so you could try to search these things on why this person left or why that person might have left. 100% of them got paid more.
Mm.
And if I ain't mad at you for getting more, why would I be mad at you for leaving?
That's right. Don't make a lot of sense to me, huh?
Chico, let me pause and pivot real quick.
Do that. Hey, you over here.
Hold on 1 second. It's a traffic jam.
Okay.
I got to give you a shout out. Number 2 in the brackets, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Way to go,
Good
Wolverines.
job, Adam.
Came in number
Great
2.
job.
Two don't win a prize. Oh, I'm like 15th or 20th or something. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
but guess what? I can pay myself the $100 prize. You came in second, you don't get it. So I still kind of won. Shout out to Adam. Shout out to everybody who participated in the UNK Chico's second annual NCAA March Madness Bracket Challenge. So the person who won, and you know who you are, reach out to us. We have your prize.
Yep. Good job on
I
that.
posted
bracket,
on the
man.
gram last night. You gotta come find us now.
Yeah.
That's why we try to tell y'all, when you make your bracket, name your bracket something, but we can find you. And you start naming it some goofy stuff, you got to find us.
Booted. You know what? I ain't gonna go there. But shout out to everybody who. I think the number 1 bracket was What is it? O'Fallon Battlehawks.
O'Fallon, yeah, O'Fallon Battlehawks.
Okay.
Was the
O'Fallon
number 1
Battlehawks.
bracket.
Number 1.
And
Good
Adam
job.
was second.
Yeah.
Both of them
right there.
picked Michigan, so
Yep.
the other guy made up for it in the round of 16 and 8.
Shout out to DJ Finesse. All right, let's get back to the press conference.
Let's go back
and
to
what Coach
football.
Prime
Yeah.
bounced around and talked about. First of all, you guys,
Yes, sir.
He let everybody know about the weekend coming up. So if you don't know, now you know to get ready for it. All the events. He said they made it into a day. No, not just the spring game. Can you talk about that a little bit? Unc?
Yeah, really 2 days, actually, because that Friday, you have high school coaches coming in from around the state of Colorado for some clinics with the staff here. You have the flag football.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Unc like that? I thought he paused for a minute. Thought he just needed to go get some water or something. I thought he paused for a minute, but no worries. It's all good. We'll hold out till Unc gets back. But Friday, April 10th, YouTube is experiencing some difficulties. Sorry about that, guys. So if y'all watch it on YouTube, it might be experiencing some difficulties. It's been going like that all day. That's why we're live on my channel, not on the pregame network channel right now. But we've experienced some technical difficulties all damn day. So we'll get right back to it right now. Here we go, Unc.
Chico, let me say this, man.
Yeah.
My bad for not having my phone in focus mode. My bad. So it's on me. I'm taking first and full responsibility. However, to my so-called friends out there, particularly ones who claim to support you, if I'm on live and you call me, you can't be watching the show.
Right.
So you're telling on yourself.
Yeah.
So to my man in Jackson, Mississippi, John Hardy, you just let me know today you ain't supporting.
Exactly.
Like you're telling on yourself, dog.
Right. Especially the ones that claim that they be watching, but they call you during the damn show. Like, no.
You claim, y'all, the morning run, I love it, man. I never miss it. But you just called me.
During the live.
John Hardy, I'm saying your name, John E. Hardy.
My bad. I thought it was a recording.
Told on yourself. Told on yourself. But
Well,
yeah, Chico, it's a 2-day thing because you got Friday, coaches clinic taking place. Hey, come on in here, man. Say hey to the people. I know your hands are full.
What up,
Got
Nate?
that plate.
It's good. Shockers at the
Let's
sky,
shut it
baby.
up.
With the Hawaii ring.
Dancing rain cloud, something. They see. You got his headphones in. I was
Oh,
trying to
man.
remember. I'm trying to remember what they
I thought you
said.
had
is,
been told him. Yeah.
No, because that next meeting, I didn't go in the corner room, in the safety room, so I didn't see him.
Yeah, well, y'all go check out Prime Parents, Nate Mitchell's parents on Prime. Hey, blended family, but a great family and a
Great.
huge
And peep this,
support
man.
system for Nate
Peep
Mitchell out
this.
there.
He just came from the
Shout out to Granny.
cafeteria with his plate, and he walked into his position room to eat lunch while he watched film.
Yeah, that's how the real ones do it, right there, baby.
Yeah, no man, no wasted motion.
No wasted.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, mental reps. Like I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna. You know, it's kind of like Chico. You remember these workouts? Let's say it's a bench press day, and you in
Mhm.
between sweat sets. Do jumping jacks. Like why you just standing around between sets?
Yeah, do something. Do some calf
Yeah,
raises or something.
yeah. So I love
Yeah.
to see that. Got his lunch. Went right in his room, closed the door, turned the film machine on.
That's right. Big time right there. Y'all stay tuned for more Prime Parents also. But let's get back to this. And another player that we're going to have their parents on Prime Parents is Cree Thomas, the cornerback, the young corner who came over from Notre Dame that's been making interception after interception during practice. If you watch any footage from Well Off, Reaching People, or the pregame network, you would have seen Cree Thomas out there bouncing around at number 20. And Coach Prime said, he's him. That guy's him. He loves Cree Thomas, man. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna have to break it down again, Chico. I'm gonna break it down again.
Break it on down to the
Is
bone, whistle,
Deion
please.
Sanders not the greatest DB of all time?
That's a fact.
All right, fact. And I would say that because of his ability to
They don't want Unc the I know they ain't calling again. I know they ain't calling again. We're gonna go to the what Coach Prime said about Cree Thomas, then we'll come back and see what Uncle Neely feels about this. Let's go straight to the clip.
He's the number one guy right now. It ain't he is that Cree is that guy. He's the number one guy right now. It ain't he is that guy. Studies, he prepares, but he's just a good young man. He's what this program is about, and I love what I'm seeing from him.
Love what I'm seeing from him. When you have, as Uncle Neely just said, the GOAT talking about you like that, you're a young cornerback coming in with 4 more years to play, man, you have to be elated to hear your head coach talk about you like that. So that's the young guy, Cree Thomas, who made multiple picks during practice. What have you seen about Cree Thomas? And hopefully that when your man calling you right back. He's good. We got another pause for the calls. Guys, hey, I don't know. It's not us. It's YouTube having an issue today, but it's okay. We're gonna fight right through it. You know, adversity makes the story better. Adversity makes the stream better.
well, you've been listening to Coach Barry.
Better believe it. That's my dog.
Yeah,
That's
some things
my
are not
dog.
controlled, y'all. It's a live show, you know, so it happens. But
Yeah.
Chico, what I was saying was, you and I agree, Coach Prime, greatest defensive back ever played.
That's right.
Because of what he could do on offense, because of what he actually did consistently on special teams, one could argue he's the greatest football player ever played.
Mm-hmm.
If you are Cree and Boo, and you watch today's press conference, and you're the greatest to ever do it, pouring those kind of accolades on you, dog, if that don't make you want to go out there and prove him right.
Prove him right.
I'm going to go out there and prove him right.
Here's another thing.
Go ahead.
Before you go on, I just want to say this about proving him right and the fact that Coach Prime said it, because he doesn't come out and say and give praises to all players like that. Some players he'll reserve that and continue to kick them, because of whatever from what he's seen. This has to say about Boo and about Cree that he's confident in them, that they won't get complacent, and by hearing that he's confident that they're going to want to continue to show off, from him giving those praises in front of everybody. Now they're going to want to uphold that. Coach Prime didn't praise me. I can't go out here slacking. I got to go out here and show every day, because someday it's going to be every day it's going to be somebody out here watching us for the first time, is for the last time. And they're going to have to leave an impression based off of what Coach Prime said. They're going to stand up and hold that as the standard. So shout out to Boo and Cree.
And one thing also, I love that Chico spot on, is Coach Prime is building this team to win, right? Building this team to win the Big 12 championship, but he's also building these individual players to play at the next level. And he will tell them, hey, take it from me. You ain't going to hear the NFL commissioner say, the first pick, We taking the slot guy. It's gonna be a corner guy. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to make sure you get experience at that position to really grow yourself and your brand and your accolades and what you can accomplish and show everything that you can do because you can play corner, you can play safety, you can play slot. And we're going to make sure the world sees that. And so when he pours into these guys, man, it ain't just, coach speak or something. He's letting them know like, dog, you got a future in this.
Yeah.
Put in the work. Continue to put
That's,
in that work.
that's it, dog. You got to have all the confidence in the world in yourself at this point, dog. Go out there and continue doing what you're doing. You damn near step it up a notch now because Coach Prime has shown that, hey, I've seen what you're doing. I like what you're doing. So, hey, okay. If you had any questions about that, am I doing this right? Am I doing okay? He likes this. All right, bam. Put the pedal to the metal. Let's go. And I think the same
Meow.
thing. I think the same thing for the quarterback, Julian Lewis. Coach Prime talked about the guys that's quote unquote behind him that he brought in, but also talked about the development of Juju Lewis. So let's go to this clip.
Let's focus on the game. It's hard to lead. Your game has to help you lead. You can't. In football, I'm not talking about Juju. I'm just breaking this down for you so you understand because you guys throw leadership roles on certain people that the game has to come before the leadership role. You can't lead in this generation, especially with new guys coming in, the multitude that we have, unless you have game. And his game is developing daily, and I'm proud of the strides that he's making in both, as a potential leader as well as a quarterback that we can really count on from start to finish. I'm proud of the young man.
Hey, there you go right there. Super proud
He'll
of the
be
young man. Go ahead, Unc.
he'll be coming around the mountain when he comes.
We broke that down to you a couple shows ago.
He'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. And I love the way Coach Prime prefaced it that you have to understand your game is what makes people follow you. And because of who Juju is and where he is in life, his age, and was a freshman last year and didn't start, his game hasn't had the opportunity to speak for him yet. His high school game has. That's why he was number one recruit. That's why he was recruited to come here. That's why he came here. We get all that. But what you guys don't get to see at practice and the team meetings and his working out with Brendan Marion and his film study, the progression that he's made in that aspect. And so the truth is, the world ain't gonna get behind him into somewhere around halftime Georgia Tech game
Mm.
because his game hasn't been on his collegiate game hasn't been on display yet. And one of the things that's also happening with there being competition in the room, it's only making them better.
That's all. And making him keep his focus, staying
Mhm.
locked in and understanding the situation. And like Coach Prime broke down, like you just explained to the people right there, that your game will come before that leadership. You can't just thrust somebody into that leadership position, especially nowadays in college football where you have a bunch of grown men, a bunch of guys coming in who've already showcased, a certain level of play on this level in college football. So they're not just gonna come in and follow behind a young guy just because he's
No.
the young guy and
Or
because he has or
or
whatever.
or an old guy. When
Or
when
an old
Joe
guy. Yeah.
Burrow when Joe Burrow left Ohio State
Yep.
without quote unquote game film, it took a minute before the LSU Nation, SEC, and the world got behind him.
That's right.
And then he went on to win a Heisman National Championship, but like it had to click first,
Yeah.
because at the end he was just a transfer. So all
Mhm.
Juju is right now, and I say all tongue in cheek. I wasn't that coming out of high school. All he is number one guy coming out of high school. He's been growing here at practice, growing in his leadership. Coach Prime loves the direction of that growth. But the fact of the matter is, like his head coach said, it's your game that's going to propel you to a leadership.
Yeah.
And so,
And
like
then
when Shador came here, he came here from another college from Jackson State with 2 back-to-back conference championships,
yeah.
undefeated in conference. His game spoke for him.
Right.
Same thing with Travis, as Coach said in his presser. Once upon a time, we knew we had 2 starters.
Mhm.
Like we knew we had 2. The
Yeah.
rest were fighting for a position. So you're still in the position right now. Well, hey, we had to let these guys know nothing has been decided because I want
Yeah.
them pushing each other.
And even when Shador came, with all the accolades and everything he had done at Jackson State, there were still questions
Oh yeah,
out there
outside the building. Outside the building.
outside the building. Exactly. And that's what we were talking about also with Juju, because inside the building, the players will see during practice and see how you lead during practice, and they'll be ready, to follow right then, because they see during practice, they see how you practice, they see how you stay later, they see how you are in the weight room, treatment, meeting rooms, all of those things, will grow that leadership amongst the players and the team. But outside of that, especially, it comes when you put the game fin, when you put the play in. And like you said, hell, by halftime of that TCU game, oh shit.
The world believed.
Shit.
The world
They were
believed.
Twitter
The world
fingers and typing. They was
the
all
world
in.
believed. The world believed what we had already believed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like knowing that ark. Now, keep in mind, he was building that ark in an area that it never rained, let alone a flood.
That's right.
All right, when it got about, I told them ankles, everybody knocking at the door then.
Everybody, oh damn, hold
then
up.
when it got up to that waist, everybody trying to climb in then.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody on the boat had already believed.
That's right.
And so there's a
No.
belief inside this building, to paraphrase what Coach was saying, that the outside world hasn't seen and are not going to see until they see a game.
And that's just that. So y'all hold your horses. But I'm sure Coach Prime, Coach Marion, who's been on Julian Lewis, to implement this offense amongst all of the positions out there, man. Coach has really been on that development of Juju also, and not taking it easy on him. You can see that by the way he's coaching him in some of the clips. You know what I mean? Talk about what you've seen about Coach Marion,
Man, got a clip that it hadn't dropped yet because, went from practice right to the show, of him huddling up with the offense this morning and saying, look here, guys, like, we got 2 left. Enjoy playing football. You didn't come here to lift weights. You didn't come here to run cone drills. You came here to play football. So enjoy playing football, because after these 2 days, you ain't got football again in August. Like, so understand how miserable you're going to be without this, and go ahead and put all you can into it, because learn how to enjoy playing football, because that's what you came here to do. That's what you're about and what you want to do. Yeah, it's fun lifting weights and getting in shape and all that, but that's just to better your game. You came here to play football.
Right.
So you got 2 more chances after that. You got Thursday practice, and you
it
got
gets
spring
taken
game
away
practice.
real fast. It gets taken away really damn fast. You're gonna look up and it's gonna be gone, guys. So y'all seniors out there, juniors and freshmen, whatever. Hey man, take
Chico,
advantage.
I know you're gonna like this pivot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember waking up one day and just had like 2 strands of gray. But I didn't have Rewind 10 then.
You ain't have Rewind 10 then?
I didn't. And then they say, look, it's all over the place. It happens fast, Chico.
It happens fast. But if anybody out
And
there want to rewind that
football ain't got
time,
no Rewind 10, but you got it.
I wish we could rewind 10 in football or life.
So you can go. So you go drop that pass to Georgia again.
No, you said drop that pass for all them white folk. Man, you ought to be ashamed.
You should, man.
The pass I dropped at Georgia, hey man, it's all fine. I caught many more.
Yeah, but it wasn't in front of white folks, so it really didn't count.
There were white people at Tennessee, Florida State, UAB.
Selma.
No, I don't know about that. Now you're pushing it. Now, Coach Prime on if building a program at Colorado has been harder than expected. And you spoke on some of this too, but Coach Prime said, I'm not going to say that. We made some tremendous mistakes at certain positions, right? That derailed us a year ago, but we learned quite a bit of not just talent, but understanding the mentality when picking these players. Talk about that.
It's the bounce back, man, like Juvenile call it. Or that payback a motherfucker, like either one you want to get to, because like we lost a lot last year, but now this year is going to prove that we learned a lot last year.
That's right.
Because as Coach said ad nauseum, man, we made some selection errors. We put some people in positions and they did not rise to the minimum expectation, you know, let alone maximizing it. They didn't meet the minimum expectation. And so you developed a team that had a lack of cohesion, a lack of leadership. And this is one of the things that Coach pointed out today, and it was me chiming in from the side to him. When you look at the 50 plus guys that have come in here, 12 to 15 of them were captains on their previous team.
Yeah.
Like, that's compared to what we have come from. That, forget the people in the building. Like, you still got the bands, right?
Yeah.
You brought in leaders.
Yeah.
You brought
That's
in
huge.
guys who not afraid to be vocal, not afraid to
Mhm.
challenge, not afraid to hold themselves as the standard, right? Because that's where we missed that last year. A lot of guys could not vocalize, Chico, I need you to step up, because they know they wasn't stepping up.
Oh yeah.
And so if I'm gonna say to Chico, you need to step up, the first thing Chico gonna say is, what about you, Neely?
Mm-hmm.
And then my head dropped. Well, now you
Right.
brought in guys who, I want you to point back at me because I know I'm doing my job.
Yeah. And then also when you have guys talking, and players recognize this too, and this is the worst. When you have guys talking or trying to be a leader, and then you like, man, you ain't even like you might need to be quiet.
How you telling me and you was late?
Yeah.
Hey, come on,
You be
y'all. We got to
quiet.
get we got to get the breakfast check-in on the time now.
Let
Man,
somebody else do the breakdown, bro. Stop jumping up there. On me, on two.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, who was a master Jedi, he once said, Chico, who is more of the food? The food or the food that follows the food?
Yeah. I asked I asked the chat that question. Who is the fool? Y'all please answer that in the chat right now. Who is the fool? Is it the fool? Or is it the fool that follows the fool? Y'all let us know.
Some people got sense enough not to follow a fool. I ain't following no fake leader. Like, I'm not following the guy that's telling me what I ain't doing, but he ain't doing it.
He ain't lying.
And now what you have this year is you got a swath of guys that are not only doing it themselves, they ain't afraid to say, all right, Chico, come on now, you slack on them.
Yeah. I like that. Shout out to Boo Carter. You know, you see a young guy like Preston Ashley, right? A lot of talent coming up, freshman, and he's looking at these players who's already been through college. He spoke about that a couple, what was that, last week or a few weeks ago on our show. He said that, you know, he looks up to a guy like Boo Carter. Now he's on the team with him and playing with him, and then you hear Coach Prime praising him. So that's showing that he's working. So you have great examples for a guy like Preston Ashley with a ton of talent to learn how to work in a college program.
Who, just like in the past with exceptional freshmen that could help us now, will play.
Yes.
You know, Coach Prime doesn't recruit just solely to develop. He recruits who can help us now. And when you come here as a freshman and you're doing your thing, just like you saw freshmen in the past years, you're going to play in some games this year. And Ashley will be one of those guys. He will play this year.
Yeah. And like you said, man, those captains, once again, bringing in guys who are captains, who are leaders of their program, I think means a lot, and is going to show throughout this. He's already showing, I think, throughout the program and around campus also, and how they're handling the interviews as well, because you know you help out with that too, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, big shout out to this week has been appreciate that love, man. Shout out to Curtis as well, who helps out in that regard.
Big Kurt.
Yeah, I was meeting with Yaya this morning, man, about some things that we're going to continue to work on, but also encourage him like you're nailing it, like you're doing good, especially when in the middle of an interview, he will acknowledge the language barrier and ask them to repeat the question, you know.
I was going to say that, but you know what gets me about that, not to cut you off real quick, but to ask you this, like, it kind of baffles me, it kind of amazes me that a person who is learning the language, right, will pick up the Americanized, like, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean. You know, they'll add that into their
because you have to flip it.
Their speak.
It's easier for you to learn family Spanish than it is textbook Spanish.
Facts.
Because just like the Queen's English in your textbook, people don't talk like that at home.
Mm-hmm.
We talk like that on the morning run because we just talk how we talk. We're from Selma and Jackson.
That's
But
right.
so when you're learning a language versus applying is a different thing. And what I try to encourage these guys is just the number one rule. It ain't the school's press conference. It ain't the media's press conference. It's your press conference. You're in
Mm-hmm.
charge. So if you don't want to answer something, don't. If you need clarification, get it because they're here for you. You're not here for
Right.
them. And
Right.
once you walk into a room with the understanding that you are in charge of the room, you control the room. But if you walk in like, oh, what they gonna do to me? They can't do nothing to you. You can do it to them. You in charge.
You in charge, dog.
You saw Hustle
So
and Flow.
I did, but you
When
know
he
what?
was getting arrested, what he told her? I
Oh
need you to
no, wait.
repeat it. I'm in charge. Say it. I'm in charge. Say it. I'm in charge. You got to be in charge, Chico.
I'm gonna send you a text that I sent somebody last night. Anyway, that's another story. But
yeah. Here we go.
you gotta be in charge, huh? Gotta
You
let them
got
know
to be
who's
in
the
charge.
boss around here.
You better.
Hell, you're the boss, baby, not a worker. That's what boss man
What
D-Lo
did,
said, right?
what did Coach say about this year? I'm the first and final say.
Yeah. That means I'm not bullishing with none of y'all.
Mm-mm. No, we tried that way.
We tried that way, dog. Hell, I'm not going back down there. What?
I was in charge.
We were
got
talking
9
about
wins.
fools, right?
I shared responsibility and got 3 wins. Guess what we've been doing
Right.
this year? It's back on me.
No doubt. No doubt. Last thing we can talk about since we said shared and responsibilities. Coach talked about how it would be a shared responsibility of the special teams. You know,
Yes.
I really like that. I'm
I do
sure
too.
there's going to be some pushback for whatever reason. Hell, if you have a missed field goal, which will happen possibly, hopefully it won't, but you know, more likely it will happen. They're going to try to harp on that. But I think that's a huge thing for Coach Prime so that everybody is accountable in the building for the special teams.
Chico, you played on special teams, right? And you
That's
know the
right.
special teams is not a slight. It's really your path to victory currently, and it's your path to the future as far as getting paid because you need to have more than one skill set.
Mhm.
Here's what typically happens in college football or even high school football with special teams. The position coaches will throw the special teams coordinators people he don't need. Now they like, hey man, he'll be good for your special teams. He ain't good enough to be my starting linebacker, but he'll be good for your special teams. And so what happens is, right here, the camera's facing me. So you have a situation where you got a group of guys who are misfits, so to speak, right, in their position rooms, but you know they can get on the field some kind of way. Well, coaches recognize that if I let everybody be accountable and have to vet and vouch for who they're putting on special teams, it ain't no more blaming just the coordinator. Like everybody got skin in the game for your prospective player.
Yeah.
Like so, if there's linebackers out there, Coach Hart, that's on you. If there's tight
It-
ends out there, Coach Neal, that's on you. If there's
Yeah.
DBs and corners out there, Coach Mathis, that's on you. Like and so forth and so on. And so what it creates is buy-in and accountability. And what did y'all say last year we were missing here? Y'all said we were missing accountability.
All right.
And to the people who will say, "Oh, it's not going to work," y'all said the same thing about 3 coaches in the O-line room.
Mm-hmm. Let me say this. First of all, if you're watching, we're on Big Dog Chico's channel. YouTube had issues today for whatever reason, so we appreciate if you guys hit the subscribe button and drop a little bit of a donation or super chat, if you will. We appreciate that also. Special teams, usually during special teams in the game, if you're watching, you'll see the position coaches. A lot of them will turn around and start talking to their guys. Like special teams is an afterthought as far as for them because they're going to let the special teams coach handle it, right? Well, not moving forward. They're going to be all turned around and investing in the special teams now, which is going to be a lot different. You know, you probably won't have guys running out there late. You're going to have guys understanding their assignment when they go out there. I think we should see a lot in a much more improved special teams from Colorado. And I think Coach Prime has found a formula that he's going to be able to stick to moving forward also.
I agree. Nothing to add to
Yes,
that.
indeed. All right. Well, nothing more to add. This has been the morning run. Once again, y'all make sure y'all get ready for the weekend. It's going down in a major way. The Black and Gold weekend starting Friday with the youth football and girls flag football showcase. Y'all check that out. Unc, you gonna play in it? Are you gonna referee or you gonna do something?
No, I'm gonna let them
Go throw a
have it.
flag?
I'm going straight to the championship round.
Oh.
I got a buy on Friday. I'm a top seed.
Yes, with the bless y'all know what it is, man. UNK Chico. Make sure y'all go to unkandchico.myshopify.com and go get you some merch. Get you some merch. We got new ones dropping soon. Make sure you go to the boulderbroker.com also and schedule your stay in Boulder, Colorado for a game right now. Because you're going to a game, you might as well schedule your stay and you might as well get 20% off. And by the way, you could do that by saying Uncle Neely sent me when you go and you check out at the Boulder Broker. And if you're wild and you get crazy, whatever, you might want to get you some insurance, right now or later. Make sure y'all call Miss Denise Smith 303-343-3515 or go to the new website. That's DeniseSmithInsurance.com and tell her that Uncle Chico sent you, as she is the official sponsor for Uncle Chico in the Morning Run live. You understand me? Uncle, you want to leave them with some before we get up out of here?
Hey man, this thing is winding on down. 2 more practices. One of those y'all refer to as the spring game, practice 15 internally. So this is Tuesday. So we'll be back Thursday after practice, and then we'll be back live Saturday before the spring game kicks off with some on-field contact, behind the scenes, interviews, all that kind of stuff. So then maybe you can come back on post-game, spring game as well. But definitely going to do some stuff that Saturday morning for the spring as we conclude spring ball in Colorado this week.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all do the equivalent of holding your lights up before you get up out of here on your phone so we can take this picture. You know what I mean? So y'all get in the comments right now and spam that thing. Put a W in the chat right now. W the chat right now for TMR Live, Uncle Chico. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms and everything else. Y'all know what it is, man. The biggest and the baddest. He's that might be whoa, the horror there.
That's a major way.
Just shockers in the sky with your black fist high. Rebel them flags. That's right. It's the morning run. We're gonna be up and about here. Peace and melody. Sure. Keep my fly wide open all the time. Last night I had a little too much wine. She should have told me that.
No, you realize she's still alive, right?
Are we live?